Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Just released on Paramount Plus today. If you didn't see earlier this week, I reviewed Beavis and Butthead Do America in preparation for this review. Um, I watched this movie this morning before I went to work. It's been a long day of watching movies. I woke up this morning, watched a movie, went to work, got off work, watched Elvis and Black Phone. So it's kind of been one of those days. But yeah, I watched this movie. Gotta say, this was great. Um, and I was worried about it because Beavis and Butthead Do America is a theatrical movie. And I was worried that maybe the animation quality would be lower and that the story wouldn't be as good. Also, it's decades past. Beavis and Butthead Do America came out when the show was still running, so those people were at their prime. Now it's decades later, but this is a great movie. First of all, I like that this movie feels exactly like the first movie. Basically, Beavis and Butthead are very stupid characters, and the whole plot of this movie is them not understanding what's happening. In the first Beavis and Butthead movie, they believe that this guy who wants them to go kill his wife, they believe he wants them to do his wife, and so it's a big misunderstanding that sends them on this epic adventure. We have something very similar with that where they go into space and all this stuff, and it's all super super funny because they're so stupid of characters, and it is basically the same movie again, and that's a lot of fun. It's very funny. I laughed out loud multiple times. I'm not usually the type of person to laugh out loud during comedies, but this one I did because it was so freaking funny. The animation was great. I mean, it's not as good as that theatrical movie that they did Do America, but I think this one's good. And I like the modern update animation style. If we get something similar to that in the new Paramount Plus series, I will be very happy. I did really like the CG animated versions of Beavis and Butthead at the beginning of this. I thought those were really cool. I mean, we only see it, that's just for the intro, but it was awesome. And yeah, this was a very well paced movie, and I liked that they didn't make this movie too long. I mean, this movie was about 1 minute. I think either uh, was 1 minute shorter than the first movie, or no, 1 minute shorter. And so that's really nice. It was just a funny comedy. It's a great movie. I cannot wait for to see more of this series. I loved it. This is a great movie, and I just glad to see Beavis and Butthead back because when they came back last time, it didn't really work out, but this time, I think it's gonna work out, and this was great. And this is really a comeback. I really like the joke with the Watcher versions of Beavis and Butthead, where they start explaining to Beavis and Butthead about the multiverse, and they're like, "Did you watch that animated Spider-Man movie? It explains it better than we ever could." I'm like, "Come on, this is great. This is a great movie."